Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the Games Done Quick channel and to Sonic and the, I've got to remember what the name is, Sidekicks, not Side Quests. I'm getting my brain muddled. We've been talking about all of the other various show themes that we have done on this. We're actually trying to discuss what we do next year because we're running out of ideas. If we are, of course, going to be doing it next year. So if you have any ideas, let us know. We'd love to know. But we are in the thick of the Sidekicks. We are in the thick of the Knuckles block as well. We've been seeing a whole load of, you know, kind of the traditional Sonic that you'd traditional Sonic. Oh, shiver when I say that. Traditional Knuckles gameplay. We have had, yeah, there we go, off he goes. We have had Sonic Origins showing off Sonic 1. We've had Sonic 2 in the Sega Ages port. We have also had Sonic Blast, but now we're going to be taking a little bit of a change. We are going to be seeing Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit. This is a really neatly fleshed out fan game, which I don't want to talk too much about because I haven't played it, but I hope somebody who I really hope has played it quite a bit is NTH, who's going to be showing us Knuckles. So NTH, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Hibby. Thanks for having me, and to everyone else on GDQ. I'm excited to show you guys this amazing fan game. I've been practicing this a lot recently, so I'll tell you guys about the game. Yeah, no, not at all. I haven't been practicing. Just been winging it, but no. Amazing fan game. It's a remaster of sorts of the original Triple Trouble for the Game Gear, which adds a lot of new characters and mechanics. And we'll be playing as Knuckles and taking advantage of that to show that we don't need that blue hedgehog in our lives. And I'm also joined by my amazing CDR rival and commentator, Mel Akira.
Nice to meet you.
And yeah, we're excited to get this show on the road.
Awesome. Well, we are ready when you are.
All right. Well, then I guess no time to waste, right? Get right into it. Timer will start as soon as we select the save file. Go on. I guess, Mel, if you want to count me down, I'll give you the honors.
All right. On the count of 3, okay?
All right.
3, 2, 1, go!
Woo!
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you. We're going to be starting off in Angel Island. It's a pretty straightforward stage. And I'll let Mel do some, most of the talking for us if you want to take over.
Alrighty then, opening up with Angel Island. We're staying mostly near the top. We're generally staying on top route overall just to avoid most of the lower route, just because it doesn't get to the cutscene as fast overall. But we're climbing up here in order to skip a large section of the stage, jumping over to the left, hitting the signpost, and we're starting our first cutscene.
This is a pretty easy boss fight. Bye, Sonic. Yes, this is a pretty easy boss fight. We're just going to try to spin dash here and get one free hit in the beginning, which we do. Then just avoid the projectiles, get underneath, mess that up a little bit. Still enough time to get a free kill here, though, which will bring us into the next stage. Just go through this transition. Identity theft is a real thing. Bye, Metal. Right, I do want to talk.
So yeah, that's Angel Island.
Yeah,
about as much as Mania.
A little bit about Knuckles himself for this run. So there are some movement quirks in the older versions of the game, such as when you glide, you cannot spin dash immediately after landing, which is, you know, reminiscent of older titles, I'm pretty sure. But there is a small delay, which gets annoying to work with sometimes. And we can also glide out of rolling, which is really useful. We will see here. I'll use that to my advantage.
Nice.
Off that slope. And for here, we're going to try to stay mostly on the top again, which is a recurring theme with this game, to be honest. I'll let Mel take over for this. I do want to lock on.
So, most of the stage is a relatively simplistic route. You just stay towards the top, and honestly, it's a lot of straightforward movement. Other than going left in the initial part to head towards where the beach is, it's a lot of heading right and spin dashing. Making sure we stay up as high as possible, once again, to avoid the lower route, because honestly, when it comes to the movement quirks, as stated before, doing loop jumps is not as applicable as it would be in the other classic games, and it's something that comes up very few times in the actual Triple Trouble run. It is a major difference between that and the originals. But now we're entering with the first Fang boss fight of the run. Relatively simplistic. You just spin dash into him, get the first 6 hits, and you just finish him off nice and quick.
Nice.
Alright, heading into Meta Jungler Act 2 now.
Meta Jungler?
Oh,
We
wait.
just skipped
Sorry, my
2
bad.
zones.
Big Turquoise. I'm so used to my
Goes on a different world
stuff.
right now. It's just so fast.
I'm sorry, I'm so focused on my Knuckler Shuffle tech, which you will get to see later. But
You're in Grand Tour Zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know my levels, I guess. My fault, gang.
So once again, we're setting up mostly at the top, making sure that we have the electric shield in order to avoid the coconut.
Which we will see here.
Heading right, gliding all the way here, climbing up, once again. Using the slope in order to head up, and jumping. Off the spring, into there.
Here we're gonna try to jump
Honestly,
off.
this is another very straightforward
very
stage.
Yeah, a lot of these, that's a recurring theme with these first few levels. Really just a lot of going with the flow, as I like to call it. Just kind of going where the level takes you. Not much alternate routes to worry about. But later we will see some more crazy stuff, which I'm really excited to show off.
Let's go.
A lot of dev intent.
Yeah, definitely dev intended.
Intriguing.
Alright, so this is the first boss of... This is the first real boss. It's already over.
I wish.
Let's go. Oh, wait.
Yeah, so this is a neat thing added in Triple Trouble 16-bit. They did it to play with our expectations a little. Going for it, missing the 2 cycle.
Not getting, yeah, unfortunately. But 3 cycles is still really good. So I'm going to take that.
Getting the capsule nice and quickly as well. That was nice.
Yeah, it's a nice thing having the glide to be able to hit these capsules that fly down.
Oh, gee,
really
Knuckles
fast.
high.
Yeah, it's other Knuckles. I'm telling you, identity theft. It's a scary thing.
Knuckles and Knuckles is canon.
Alright, here we're gonna try to grab a ring because I have a tendency to get sniped by an enemy a lot during this minecart section, and it's led to lots of trauma. That mosquito right there. Do not trust him. Do not trust that guy either.
Alrighty then. In Sunset Park, we actually do not follow the same general logic as GT Zone. What we do is we stay towards mostly in the middle, and ignoring the ring that is used to avoid that one mosquito, it's pretty, again, straightforward. Most of the stage is making sure we follow the middle path as best as we can until we go on the bottom occasionally, up until the end of the stage. But other than that, it's just making sure we hook on and avoid the levers as much as we can.
Some of the level by just climbing the wall. Thank you, Knuckles, for being able to climb. Only you can jump as well.
He's trying. All right.
He is trying his best.
Bless him.
Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. Okay.
That was close.
That was, I did not mean to do that, but I'm gonna take it. It worked out just well. Okay, this boss fight. I do not have a good relationship with this boss. That's why. I tend to struggle on this one just because I'm very bad at these attacks, avoiding them and hitting him. Yeah. Dude, this is going... I've had worse instances of this boss, though. I'm gonna try to be careful here.
No rings.
No ring.
Don't need them.
Oh.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay. A scary boss. I'm not very good at it if I don't like it. I can admit a skill issue when I have one. Alright. Sunset Park Act 2.
It's Fang the Hunter. From nowhere.
I prefer his other name.
Alright. The sniper?
Yeah. Superstars made him kind of a fraud, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Alright. A lot of climbing here. A lot of vertical movement, which we'll see. And gliding, which is going to be used a lot in the next level, especially on the train. Here, I'm going to fall just so I can get on the higher route.
In terms of, as you were saying earlier, when it comes to the mechanical differences, you can see it in the climbing in the way that Knuckles' actually moving up slower than he used to in the original. What NTH is doing currently is he's using the A button to kind of actively delay when he's going to cling back onto the wall so he can get it with the correct timing. Unlike the original games where you can kind of just press them back to back and quickly reattach to the wall.
Yeah, I kind of have to time my presses, which it's a bit annoying on larger, taller walls, to be honest. Kind of hurts the fingers.
All right.
This has got some good music.
It really does. I love a lot of songs in this game. It actually inspired me to start working on my own Sega Genesis type music.
Yo, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's the fun thing with Triple Trouble 16-bit especially. The music itself takes a lot of cues from other Genesis games in the way they do the instrumentation, and I think that's a very interesting thing to adapt into the Sonic style.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we have a music expert here to explain these things. Thank you, Belle.
Hello, I've religiously studied 90 Sega.
Let's go. Someone's got it.
Alright, this is going pretty smoothly. These cycles are going to be a little mean, probably. I don't like this part. There's a lot of lava and falling lava. It just gets annoying. I like these things, which they're actually really nice for once. That normally doesn't happen. Okay, everything's being really nice. This game loves me.
Really clean overall.
Don't speak too soon.
You know what? That works out. You're right. I'll be grateful for what I got, though. And that's that.
Nice.
Now we get to the train. It's just the auto scrolling.
That's it. That's Act 2.
Yep. This level is very unique in the sense that it's what I said, mainly an auto scroller in some parts, but also there's just not a lot of other places you can go except the main route. So we're just going to be gliding over everything pretty much. Just the strategy for this level.
Nice.
And try not to fall in those gaps. When I first started playing the game, I would die to those way too much. It's actually kind of embarrassing.
There's not really much to say in terms of commentary here until now. Hitting the checkpoint, climbing over.
Okay, I'm just gonna... Good old-fashioned gliding. Alright, here's where we do glide over everything, and we do have to stop gliding before we reach the cutscene trigger, because for some reason, you can get soft locked if you don't. It's not fun. I think it happens just because if you're flying too fast, you'll land on the wrong side, and it kind of just messes everything up. And here, more auto-scrolling, more just kind of waiting for the level to progress. We do our first skip here, though. I do want to say that, which we'll get to near the end of the level. And here, more gliding. Very straightforward. Not a lot going on. And more gliding. Kind of just never ends. Alright, and here's a actually pretty fun part with a wall of fire that you have to run away from. Can be a bit scary if you're trying to jump off slopes and stuff. You never know if you're gonna go the wrong way. Why I tend to avoid doing that, like these ones. Although I just did it.
If I had a nickel for every time a Sonic fan game or mod had a flame wall that you have to escape from, I'd have 2 nickels. But it's weird that's happened twice.
Alright,
What was
so
it
here,
called? Sonic Boom?
yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna try to
Doing the slope jump?
over a
Going right?
checkpoint, which will let us glide over the boss trigger, which I think we're high enough, yep. And we
Welcome
should...
to the first major glitch of the run, guys.
Yep,
Let's
alright.
go.
This one's really fun. I actually had to adapt a lot of these from the Sonic and Tails runs since there weren't a lot of Knuckles runners. So a lot of this was just kind of me taking what worked for the Sonic and Tails runners and adapting it to the Knuckles playstyle. It was a lot of fun to do, not time consuming. Meta Junglera. Those guys always get the better of me, I'm not gonna lie. They always hit me.
This stage was definitely a highlight when it came to watching this initially, from a casual perspective, because watching NTH's run initially was kind of insane going into the second act.
The second act is gonna blow you all away.
This is by comparison a lot more intended by Noah Copeland.
Yeah, a lot of just basic movement. I'm trying to stay on the top route whenever given the choice, just because it's a lot faster, a lot less to work with. The up here, not a lot of hazards. I always jump there, huh? Never learn. Gliding through this. There is a boss that I dislike a lot here, but thankfully I did put some practice, so I learned how to do it more efficiently. Okay, thank you. Look, it's Donkey Kong Country. All the barrels.
Yeah.
A neat little level gimmick. Alright. I hope the cycle is nice here. Okay, take that as a no. That happens more often than I'd like to admit.
That's global cycles. That's just how it works.
Yup.
Sometimes they like you, sometimes they don't.
Something about living and learning, I don't know.
Just gotta hang on the edge of tomorrow, really.
But that is, okay, unfortunate. Alright, gonna fight Thing again. Thing the Fraud. That's what I'm calling him now, actually.
Thing the Fraud.
He used to be my goat.
So, very much akin to the last fight, it does share some elements that are a little similar.
Okay. That worked out way better than I'd hoped for.
Nice.
Ending the stage with a 222.
I think that's actually really good. I don't know if that's a gold, but...
I wonder who's on that signpost.
Good. Yup. We don't talk about him.
I don't know who that is.
Alright. This is my pride and joy right here. So we're going to play this first part of the level as intended. But instead of taking the loop to go to the underground part, we're just going to skip the whole level. Because why would we want to play it? Alright, so here, we're going to try to glide onto the wall.
It would be a shame if there was a small bridge right there.
Would be a shame. Okay, Knuckler Shuffle, come on. It does this sometimes.
Fun fact, this was patched by Noah Copeland.
In later versions.
This would be a pre-patch run.
Okay, Knuckler
In later versions, as per stated, he literally just blocked it off by placing a solid collision. A piece of collision just right above the slope.
Are you sure he hasn't just gone into a game to do it now as well?
Yeah.
He might have. He might have been tampering with your files before the run.
Maybe. My pride and joy.
It's just a little tight.
No, why isn't it doing its job?
We believe. Chat believes. I believe.
Chat believes. Come on.
It's important.
There we go. This. Okay, we're gonna hold.
All right,
let's go.
Let's go.
We're gonna switch to holding right when a loop comes on screen, and then left again, and we hit the spring, which means we skip the entire level, right into the transition.
Let's go.
I'm sorry that setup was
Straight
weird.
into the Egg Zeppelin cutscene.
But yeah, this is my pride and joy. I found this on complete accident. And then I found it an even better version on complete accident, which is really funny. But yeah. Usually you can beat the level in like 30 seconds on a good one, so it's a pretty bad Knuckler Shuffle, if I have to say. But we take those. Alright, Egg Zeppelin.
So opening up...
I'll let you do it. You got this.
Yeah. Opening up Egg Zeppelin, it's pretty straightforward. It's very much akin to like Flying Battery in terms of aesthetic and in terms of, I guess, basic gimmicks. You just keep holding left, you go up, and normally there would be a cutscene that would play right there, but instead there's Swing for Knuckles. Continuing the stage further, we play up until, I believe, a spike shows on screen. So let's just see until we get there.
Unfortunate. Okay, though. We want as little rings as possible for something we're going to do here. In Triple Trouble, the older versions, you can actually activate checkpoints during death by falling onto them, which we'll take advantage of here. We die on the left side, and we should hit a checkpoint. Yup. And that barely saves any time, but it's super funny. And here, we're just going to jump under the stage and skip the bomb escape sequence, which Sonic and Tails actually don't have to do in this version since they can also skip it. Alright. Normally, I'd fall faster through this, but sometimes you can fall too fast and miss the trigger, which causes you to restart the whole level, and I'd rather play it safe right now. There we go. And nice. Robotnik Winter Act 1.
Let's go.
This penguin is my greatest enemy in this game. He always kills me when I'm least expecting it, so I'm very careful around them.
I mean, the way that they're dressed, they're probably British, and the British are the true enemies, really.
That is true.
You can tell by the top hat.
Here we're gonna do some minor zipping stuff, just to go up. That is not what was supposed to happen. Okay, minor amount of just trolling there.
Hey, that's actually kind of akin to the original Triple Trouble. Because that just happens with slopes sometimes.
See, guys, this is a good recreation. The
faithful
part of the experience. All right, here we're gonna actually do it correct this time. Yep.
Nice.
And we're gonna do it again right here. Because the way these loops work, for some reason, Knuckles, when he glides onto one, just decides to teleport. And it happens with a lot of things too. It can happen with like slopes on the ground or like objects, like springs and stuff. Knuckles is just really weird sometimes, which allows him to do zips and stuff. It's actually really funny, some of the stuff I've seen. Oop. These ice things are so mean. As you can see, I'm getting bullied right now. I don't like that part. Okay. Yeah, me and Robotnik Winter do not get along very well. Definitely one of my worst levels to play through.
Whee!
This part's really fun. I had a glitch once where I jumped in the snowball and I went on the complete wrong route during a run. That was really funny. I don't know why it happened. I never found out. Alright. Gonna come up here. More snowballs. We're snowballing. Whee! Yippee! Alright. I'm to the right over here. The boss here is really not fun. I'll say that much. It reminds me of a Superstars boss because it's a lot of waiting. And a lot of
Noah Copeland predicted.
He did predict. He was ahead of the game. I respect it. Alright. We're gonna break his favorite statue. And look, it's Knuckles again. Whoa. The only thing in this game you can bounce off of in this version, by the way. Leads to some really funny interactions.
Once again, in future versions, box bounces were added. They're not as strong as the Genesis originals, but in here, this is the closest you're gonna get.
Yep. Version 1.02. Really fun. Alright, you see he goes into the background and it increments by 1 rock every time I hit him, which leads to a lot of waiting. As you'll see right here. 1, 2. Gotta do that 3 times. Could be worse.
Far away Knuckles is very cute.
Yeah. I like the sprite work in this game. It's all really good. I think they did an amazing job of capturing the classics while making it more modern.
90% of the Knuckles fights are like when you fight him as like a boss versus when you play as him as a character.
Yup.
Well, hey, sometimes your greatest enemy is actually yourself.
Yep.
You may know everything I'm going to do, but that won't help you because I know everything you're going to do.
Strange, isn't it?
Alright, Act 2, snowboarding. Fun. If you're playing as Sonic and Tails, there's actually like a little segment there that you do. You like, it's more of a, how would you describe the point of view?
It's a neat reference to Mickey's Mousecapade.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Because that's what it is. It uses the same exact techniques as that game. It's more of, it's like a Crash log rolling level in 2D.
Yeah. Alright, here, stay on the bottom here for a little bit. Will bring us up to a higher part of the level, and then we'll be able to do some like cool zips and stuff. Yeah, well, it's only one, but a cool zip. One thing about this version of the game, anything is kind of just broken. Any platform that's next to a wall will inevitably lead to some broken stuff happening, which we'll see right here actually. We're gonna jump onto this one, and we want to stay on the edge of it, so it pushes us up. And we're just gonna climb up this wall and take us to the higher route of the level. Also, neat little detail with the fire shield burning the ice. I always thought that was really cool. Yikes. More climbing. More of me having to mash the climb button. It hurts the fingers a lot. No pain, no gain though, right? What they say. Ooh, wait. Actually, I want to go up here. I changed my mind.
I'm oddly confident that the ice slides are a Rystar reference, if I remember correctly.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that game packs a lot, and what it does pack is really cool, and that looked cool, so by process of deduction, surely.
Honestly, the logic is sound. Can't disagree with that. Alright, this boss can be a bit tough sometimes, but I'm going to try to get as many hits on this first attack as I can. I'm going to get one and not two. That works actually. That's fine. Not usually how
3
I
hits on
do
first
it.
cycle.
Alright, this is, yeah, the bombs. I don't like these because, you know, with all the bouncing and stuff, tends to get a little difficult. Thank you, Knuckles, for doing that. That's definitely what I needed. I think this should be final hit though, yep.
Nice.
Thankfully, he was pretty nice today. But yesterday, he was not this nice. Don't get the wrong impression of him. Also here, another major glitch to skip an entire level. Just fly over the capsule. And we're gonna head into the cutscene transition without beating the level. And what this is gonna do, it's gonna spawn us in the complete wrong part of Tidal Plant 1. And basically let us fly to the boss fight. Or glide, I should say. I'm not Tails. We're just gonna hold left. You'll see we spawned in.
What is gliding, if not for falling with style?
True. Alright,
Indeed.
this is hard to time, but I'm gonna try to let go of A. I let go, not, okay, no, this is good. Never. Oh, that happens a lot more than I like to admit. It's a hard glitch. The timing is very rough. I honestly do it more based off feeling, and this is struggling. Okay. This is the Knuckles experience. Sonic and Tails get it a lot easier. They only have to like climb some or fly over some walls. Knuckles has to do this whole gliding thing. Okay, we're alive though. We made it.
Nice.
Not dead. Gonna hopefully be a-okay on this boss. But yeah.
Alright. This is yet another Fang boss where it's honestly the same, but this time he now has the ability to bounce and he has a spike ball.
Okay, here, you're just gonna be careful. Don't wanna do anything too stupid. It'd be a bad time to die, that's all I'm gonna say.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Ending the stage with another Sonic seems to be the only signpost you're getting.
Yep.
Get this guy out of here.
We need to get rid of him. Underwater stage. This is one of my favorite stages in terms of the gimmick used. I just feel like the swimming's a lot of fun. And we get this cool drill attack.
Let's
We used to just go fast.
This is sick.
Taking cues from the
Ouch.
adventure games in
Yup.
terms of controls here. Same thing happened in Egg Zeppelin on the bowls.
I'm pretty sure this is the air necklace too, right? That is in SAT.
Because he's not drowning.
Yup. Not that way. This is another really just kind of tunnel level. You kind of just go where the game wants you to go. Not a lot else to do. Gonna come down here. Normally with Sonic and Tails, you'd have to like do some lever switching with the missiles. Knuckles doesn't have to do all that because he's strong and he can just break things.
My guy.
Yep, that's our goat right there. Or our echidna, I should say.
That's red for you.
Ouch. Alright, this boss is very mean to me a lot of the time. So I hope he's learned to be a lot nicer. We're just trying to attack the one weak spot we can see. Although those little projectiles he shoots, they've got a bigger hitbox than they let on, I won't lie. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, that happens a lot. Okay, that was pretty clean actually. Gladly take that. Don't gotta struggle on that guy any more than I want to. Alright, Tidal Plant 2, and we're heading into the final zone of the game. It's pretty quick actually.
That brings us to Atomic
Destroyer. Some of the best music in this game. Hands down. Alright, I'm just gonna hold left here. We can get to this part, and we're gonna do another little wall thing here, standing on this edge of the platform. Should put us into the wall, tap left. A jump brings us right to where we need to go. And this basically brings us onto a path that will just take us to the end of the level if we just go straight pretty much. We're gonna climb up here to avoid doing some platforming. Take the tube. Here we can just climb up the wall, go up into this one. And we're already near the end of the stage. So we're just gonna open this door, go into this cutscene with thing here. And just glide underneath for a bit. Whee. That is annoying, okay.
Uh-oh.
No. Okay. Thankfully, we don't really gotta worry about that. We can just continue. Not at a checkpoint though, which is a little meh, losing like a minute there, but that's fine. I'd rather die here than in Tidal Plant 1 and have to do the whole level, so glad it was here, not anywhere else.
Executing faster.
Yeah, that was actually a lot smoother than that first time, although this was not quite as smooth. Thank you, Knuckles. Okay. Alright, we're back. And a little bit faster too. So maybe it was for the better. I'm not gonna take any chances this time, I'm just gonna... Okay. Here we're gonna have just another cutscene with the boys. And we get ready to, yep. Here we go. And this is gonna bring us right to the end, where we have to destroy these robots and then fight Metal Sonic, and finally put an end to our identity theft. Identity thief? Is that how you say that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, fair enough. I think it's about time we gush about this. The Metal Sonic theme in this game is the ultimate combination of every Metal Sonic theme in the franchise.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yep, it has.
There's references to the OVA, references to both Bad Futures from the US and the JP release. And it also has a Sonic the Fighters musical cue in there.
Oh, genius.
While holding true to that Genesis style.
It's
just overall amazing. The general goal here was 2 cycles, but hey.
We'll take 3.
You're so right. This theme is amazing.
Yeah, this theme, one of the highlights of this track for me.
That is the US Bad Future reference in addition to Fighters and the OVA. It's just everything that classic metal is.
Genius. Let's go.
It's so peak. We're so back. Alright, this stage. We're gonna try to get out of bounds early on. Also one of the best songs in the game, by the way. Personal favorite. But yeah, we're gonna try to get out of bounds and hopefully get basically everything again.
Knuckles' lower jump height
is
not
annoying
here.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Knuckles' lower jump height is actually very bad here with these platforms. But We'll work with it. All right. We're going to take advantage of this platform here. Going to try to get on the edge, and if we're far enough on it, yep. Now we just run out of bounds. We're going to climb up this wall, and then just once we're at the top, glide to the right and do some more climbing. Should be pretty good. No, I'm not even going to bother with that. My hands are starting to hurt.
Fair enough. So, a lot of this stage is pretty unnecessarily difficult by comparison if you're playing it glitchless. So this skips 90% of the hassle.
Oh yeah, this can happen. There are random pockets in the ground, which is really funny, but it does make maneuvering around sometimes a bit of a pain. Which is why I just tend to glide over the ground. Although we've reached the top, and now we're just gonna glide to the end pretty much. Although we do want to let go before we go too far, because there is just an endless gap at the end of the stage. That'd be bad. Be pretty bad. It's not fun. Alright, let go about now.
That should put you
pretty much at the end here. Yep. There we go. Okay. Re-entering bounds. Boom. Just like that.
The Atomic Destroyer 2 boss is
the elevator. Yeah.
The elevator.
It's trauma right there. Scary place. Alright, here. Pretty much the same as the first Fang bosses. Although for the drill one, bouncing is no longer an option, so we're just going to play it safe. Kill him the normal way. His collision tends to be pretty messed up here, so I try not to mess with him too much. Sometimes you'll like bounce into him the wrong way, so you'll get hit even after you hit him. Be a little weird. I've lost a lot of good runs to this guy. Alright, and now we just deal with the spike ball.
Could be the last Fang.
Yep. Oh, don't go that way, Knuckles.
I'd say phase, but said Fang.
And that's the game, pretty much. Now we just wait for the cutscene to finish. And time would usually end right about now? No. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's at the end of the cutscene. But yeah, that's game.
My man.
That's game.
GG.
Yeah!
My guy.
Let's go! Woo!
I felt like a pretty good run, aside from some deaths here and there, but pretty proud of that one. Got to show the Knuckler Shuffle to the world. That's all that mattered to me.
Let's go.
Got what I wanted. Yeah, we were forced to watch the credits. I can't skip these. So, thanks to all these amazing people who made the game, first of all. I love your game. Shoutouts to... I'm gonna do some shoutouts here, that's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, the Wolfpack, my fellow CD Restored runners, you guys, you're awesome. You know who you are. You've been very welcoming to me these past, few months for CD Restored. I've had a lot of fun. Shoutouts to all my friends who showed up. You guys' support really helps a lot. And of course, shoutouts to my commentator for showing up and learning the game to be able to give good commentary. And I think she did great. And
yeah,
of course,
she did great.
Shoutouts to GDQ Hotfix having me. It's been a lot of fun. I was very nervous, I won't lie. It was a bit scary, but it is my first event, so yeah.
I mean, you put those nerves to good use. That was a really solid run, and thank you so much for submitting.
Of course,
it was really cool to see this pop up and to see you run.
Yeah, thank you for having me once again. I've had a lot of fun. Really fun to hang out with you guys.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, folks. We are going to be going into an intermission, and then we will be setting up for the race of all time, dare I say. We have got the top 3 for this category. They're going to be going toe-to-toe. Knuckles in Sonic 3 and Knuckles beat the game glitched. So if you thought that this game was funky and you enjoyed these glitches, trust me, you are in for a treat, because not only are you going to see one person do the glitches, you're going to see 3 people do the glitches. So do stick around, and we will be back with the final run of the Knuckles block before we go into a game that's a little bit different. But we're going to enjoy Knuckles before that.
Yippee.
So we are going to go into intermission. See you in a bit.